The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We have those Black Keys tickets coming up in Clash with Kenzie in about 10 minutes.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Man, what a wild Cubs game. Another wild Cubs game out west against the D-backs. This time they lose in extra innings. They lost 12-11. But Nico Horner had 4 hits and 2 runs. Miguel Amaya had 2 hits, 2 RBIs. And Ian Happ had 3 hits, including this grand slam.
Drilled left field towards the corner. Gone! Grand slam, Ian Happ. Oh, baby.
That's a good call.
And the Cubs have the lead. It's 11-8.
I mean, that was the go-ahead, grand slam, obviously. Grand slams are amazing. And
I would agree with that, Brian.
sorry for
Yes,
the
hot take.
hot take there.
How brave of you.
But I'll tell you what, I'll take the Cubs losing 12-11 all day. To the Cubs days when they couldn't get, a run, not that long ago, when it was just anemic offense, just completely anemic.
Well, and you got to remember, the Diamondbacks went to the World Series last year, so the fact that they're playing them this competitively in Arizona is a great sign.
Yeah, they won in extra innings the night before. Now they lose, so the rubber game is today at 2:40 to decide. But man, it's wild while you slept. So the White Sox, nothing wild about that. It was postponed. So you get a true doubleheader today, 1 and 4. And Kenzie, me and Case were talking in the hallway thinking that they'd probably love this game, the first one to be at like 9 a.m. and then the second one to be at noon, just get it over with as fast as possible.
Be nice. A little daytime, a little sunny.
Because storms are moving in. So can you imagine if they get delayed again on a doubleheader?
Oh, boy. For a White Sox-Royals game, that's a tough day. That is going to be a sparsely attended afternoon at guaranteed rates.
Listen, I don't...
Are you going?
No, I unfortunately, the boss is in town, or else I'd hit up that doubleheader.
Don't say... No, you would not go to that game.
I want to go to a White Sox-Royals game.
I mean, even as the White Sox fan in the room, I don't think you're heading to that doubleheader.
No, but the line for the milkshake has to be so short that,
That's actually a good point. Today's the day to go.
I know, today's the day. Parking has got to be so easy. They'll let me park on the field, probably.
I wonder...
You're not going to drive.
True.
At this point, I wonder if they say since there's only a shortage of those milkshakes because of the supplies.
It's a supply chain issue?
Yeah. Well, they hide it in the 300 level, right?
They hide it in the 300 level, but we had a crew member check in a few days ago who said that he got it in the 100 level in a special little area a few days ago. I'm getting all these texts from people about where the milkshake is at guaranteed rate.
Yeah.
And
it's like a treasure hunt.
It's that in photos of Subway. That's what my DMs look like right now, is milkshake updates. And hey, did you see that Subway actually says they're a restaurant? I love it. I want nothing more in life than this.
Well, I wonder if you go up today, you kind of say, hey, how about a couple extra marshmallows in that? How about that a little bit? Just throw a little bit. Come on, man.
I flip a nickel in the direction of the service worker?
No, you shouldn't have to pay extra. Just like, when you go someplace that's empty and you go, hey, how about a little, maybe your boy's Subway?
Oh, my gosh. You're the worst kind of person. You're one of those people?
I don't know what this move is. I don't do this.
You've never, I don't see it there much as Subway, like Kenzie's probably referring to, but you ever see it go to Chipotle? And people will say, hey, can you just put a little extra rice in there? And they go, sure, no problem, man.
But I don't do that.
A lot of people do that.
I don't do that.
Brian's the kind of person, when I was a waitress, I always knew that when people ordered quietly, like everything they said quietly, they wanted for free. It's weird. Like, they're like, I worked at Famous Dave's for a long time, and they'd be like, and can we get like 3 corn muffins? And I'd be like, yeah. You can just order those. I'll put them right on your bill. Like, every time somebody asks for something in a lower volume, they're anticipating you're not going to charge them for some reason.
If you could you forget about the lettuce.
Just get all the, we could have like 1 extra burger for the kid. It's like, okay. Yeah, it's on the menu. I'll put it in.
That is 1,000% my move. Just give me an extra scoop of mashed potatoes, please. That'd be great. Just a little extra scoop. Thank you.
And like, I was always so nice about it. And then the bill at the end was just like, there's all the things you ordered.
All those things on the menu. I'm going to charge you for them.
Do they say, honey, wait, the bill's wrong? So they whisper.
I thought we could just get corn muffins.
Oh, that's great. Well, other weird White Sox news, as allegedly they're playing on the pace to be the worst MLB team in the history of Major League Baseball. It's because they're nervous.
Also, by the way, we're less than a month into the season, and they're on pace to be literally the worst team ever.
Yeah. And these are just
I
facts,
don't think
by
that's
the
fair.
way.
I think that's a snap judgment.
Well, these are facts. We're not dumping as me and Kenzie being Cubs fans. Case is the White Sox fan, and he's upset they're not better for all you Southsiders out there. He's defending them for you every day on the front lines.
I lost my mind yesterday because they had a team meeting before the game where once again they got shut out against Kansas City, and it was just I have to remind myself it's April 17th. We have a long ways to go, and it doesn't look any better.
So the manager said yesterday, I think the guys are pressing. This is before the game of the Reds. He goes, they really care. They want to turn this thing around. They want to be a part of the solution.
That's good news. That's Case. Come on. Look at that.
I was unaware that the White Sox were bad because they were grinding too hard. They were simply there's so much pressure on this team, and I say this as a White Sox fan who has been to the stadium this year. They play in an empty ballpark with no fan base, at least a fan base with nothing to cheer for. I didn't realize that pressure was too much for them.
Yeah, I would rather hear the team's over-conditioned, and they're having injuries because they worked too hard to get good. That's what I'd rather hear.
Instead, they're just hurt and nervous because Luis Robert's out, Yohan Moncada's out. Jimenez just came back, but did you see, by the way, on the White Sox Instagram, they've got Eloy Jimenez in an ad for an urgent care facility?
Oh, no.
Who approved that?
Oh, boy.
Hey, Chicagoans, are you a frequent flyer like me at urgent care?
Are you constantly getting hurt and disappointing your friends and family?
Like me?
Well, to be honest, he's like a great spokesperson for it.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, they fixed me up
He's
before.
like, I'm here all the time.
Yes. So moving to the NFL with a week away from the NFL draft and the Bears drafting Caleb Williams and changing the course of that franchise, the NFL announced that Applebee's is now the new official, quote, grill and bar sponsor of the NFL.
Period. Love it.
Here's a weird thing, Kenzie. Did you know it's called Applebee's Grill and Bar, not Bar and Grill? Everything's a bar and grill. I've never heard grill and bar.
I guess I don't want to lead with the bar atmosphere that's there, but, you know, we're more family forward.
I mean, is the grill a better option?
Hell yeah. Oh, my God.
Listen, I love Applebee's. I'm just saying I never knew it was grill and bar.
No, what they do behind the scenes there in the kitchen at Applebee's, between the breakfast burger and the wings.
What do you know about behind the scenes?
I just know that when it comes to my table, that food is dynamite.
Okay, that's fair.
I love Applebee's.
It's one of my favorite restaurants.
If you download the Applebee's app, you get a free appetizer. But
really?
Yes. So download it. Here's the deal. Download it now. Because the where they get you, I downloaded it there, and it takes like 24 hours to get the email. And I'm like, oh, now I got to come back. So tricky. If you want to go to Applebee's in about a day, I would download the app because the boneless wings are one of their appetizers. So
Oh,
it's
my
really
God,
just
I know.
a meal.
And I find
great.
the buffalo sauce to be top tier.
It's fantastic.
Those are nuggets, by the way.
They actually have a very petty commercial right now.
Applebee's
And I
does?
love it. Yeah, the Applebee's has a petty commercial because they won Best Boneless Wings. I don't know who voted, but they won. And it said, we don't even have the word wing in our name.
Oh.
It's so, I love a good cat fight between restaurants.
Yeah, so suck it, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Losers.
Suck it, Wingstop. They might as well have said that.
That'd be a
But
good ad
it's
campaign,
funny.
too.
It's funny. It was very petty. I love it.
It's kind of like a little shot over the bow without saying it outright. And
We don't even have the
also,
word wings in our name.
can we agree as a society they're nuggets and not to say boneless wings?
No.
No.
Because wings have
They're
bones
not
in
nuggets.
them.
They're not, nuggets are soft.
No.
No,
It's
Kenzie's right.
It's a chunk
Thank
of
you.
chicken that is just, it wasn't like they somehow dissolved the bone with some kind of special chemical and it's still the wing intact. It's just a piece of chicken. It's delicious, but it should be nuggets.
The breading is different. The breading's completely different on a wing than a nugget.
I agree, but it's still just a chunk of chicken, which is a
That's
nugget.
a chunk of chicken.
it's a
No one's
nugget of-
arguing that.
I mean, I'll drink to that. Preach. You know?
We're on the same team on that one.
I just think the guy that invented that phrase is like sitting on a pile of money, boneless wings.
Probably.
It's-
They're way better than nuggets. I love the breading, a little extra crunch, the way they're sauced up. They're fantastic.
Talk dirty to me.
I
Yeah.
know.
God.
A nugget is in the shape of a dinosaur. A
Yes.
wing is in the shape of a ball.
And they're lightly soft. They're kind of like soft, a little squish.
This is very rare, but you know what? You guys convinced me.
No,
They're
thank
boneless
you.
wings. It's fine. I was just trying to make an argument for no reason there. That's fine. They're boneless wings.
You see?
So a lot of people have been, throwing shade at the salary that Caitlin Clark, the number one overall pick in the WNBA, is getting for her salary, $338,000 for the first 4 years. And these are people that just want to throw a hate out there for no reason, not really understanding how it all works. Listen, she deserves more money. She's going to get more money. She's going to get tons. She made $3 million in college with NIL deals, and she's going to change the NBA. I guarantee ratings will be different going forward. I think almost all of the Indiana Fever games are going to be on TV. Which
Probably.
That sounds like, well, wow, but I mean, it's a big deal for the WNBA.
I mean, the draft was watched by 2 million people. The second highest watched WNBA draft in history was watched by 600,000.
Yeah, I watched every one of her games this year, every one of them, and it was amazing. I'll be watching the Indiana Fever, and I can't wait till they play Chicago because we're stacked with Angel Reese and Cardoza.
It may be our best Chicago team. Honestly, maybe the WNBA.
Which is amazing to say.
Well, they won a title most recently.
About 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
2021.
Yeah.
But, like, with the 2 draft picks they made and everything, and it may be the best team we have.
They're fire. They're going to be literally fire. Not the Chicago Fire, but they're going to be the Sky.
No, they're not good. The Chicago Fire are not good.
Not too good. So, somebody threw this out there, which is worth noting, that Caitlin Clark's salary is actually less than the 3 top NBA mascots.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can I take a guess as to who the mascots are?
Case is a mascot expert. I know the Mascot Hall of Fame is over there in Whiting.
Whiting, Indiana, Mascot Hall of Fame, sacred ground, really a wonderful place. I'm gonna guess, is the Orlando Magic mascot, otherwise known as Stuff the Magic Dragon, is he on the list?
He's not.
He's not. Okay, all right. The Memphis Grizzlies mascot has been known to cause quite a stir. Is he on the list?
Maybe you don't know crap about mascots. I thought you knew something.
Maybe
Is Benny the Bull on there? He's kind of an iconic one.
Good job, Kenzie.
Oh, wow. I guess I'm the mascot expert.
You are.
Look at that.
So
Trying too hard, Case. Too hard.
So Caitlin Clark's going to make $338,000. Do you know that Benny the Bull makes $400,000 a year?
God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I would argue underpaid still.
I know
man
you
puts
would.
on a show.
Yeah.
Betty the Bull works hard.
He throws the popcorn in
The
the
devil
air.
works hard and Benny works harder. Let me tell you something.
Here's a couple others. The ones above Benny the Bull, the Atlanta Hawks. Harry the Hawk.
Oh, interesting. Not what I would consider to be an elite mascot.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And he makes $600,000 a year.
So that's good living.
I feel like it's more attendance, but like how much is the entertainment budget? I think that's where Case is messing up. It's not the quality, it's like the fan base. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of the mascot, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe followers on Instagram. We could add them all up later on, maybe.
I don't know. The Hawks don't have like a diehard fan base.
Yeah, no. They're kind of.
Do we have? You haven't said the number one yet.
No, I haven't.
Case, guess again. Now that you know this, who do you think the number one is?
I'm gonna have to side with my hometown mascot. Is it Boomer from the Indiana Pacers?
No, it is not.
Oh,
Wow.
The Suns still have the gorilla, right?
they do have the gorilla.
He's the best.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
like him.
I love him a lot. But
I love him a lot.
I love him. I cherish
Who's
him.
the Dodgers mascot?
The Los Angeles Dodgers?
Yeah. Who do they have?
I don't think they have anybody.
Do they
don't?
not?
No, I don't think so.
Wow, Cubs do. Why don't they?
I don't.
That's what I was
know.
thinking. I was like, who's the Dodgers mascot?
The White Sox have a mascot.
Southpaw, my guy.
I mean, come on, Dodgers.
Probably not the highest paid mascot.
I wonder if the interpreter of Ohtani's trying to get that gig. Hey, I got to pay some debts off. Okay, so number one is the Denver Nuggets, Rocky the Mountain Lion.
That's a classic.
$625,000 a year.
And a former
Jeez.
NBA champion. That makes sense. Good for Rocky.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even recall ever seeing him, and I watch a lot of NBA.
Oh, he's awesome.
Okay.
Oh, dude, you got to check out his highlight reel.
All right.
Case, can I ask you something as you like to study mascots?
Please.
That just sounds ridiculous.
I know, and this is going to sound even more ridiculous because I believe that women can do anything. But are any of the like major mascots in male sports, are any of them female?
Kenzie, I don't like to think about who's under the mask. I purely like to think about the costume itself, so I can't speak to that.
Oh.
It does seem like a male job, though.
Right. I don't know why it's all, because I think I would have been an awesome mascot.
Yeah.
I think I would have been great.
well,
Because some of them are ornery. Like, I would have been like a little mean.
Well, that's what I
Like
mean.
Benny dumps popcorn on people. I would have been awesome at that.
I mean, you have to do like, go on the trampoline and dunk. I could see you just poking people in the eye as a mascot.
Well, I could like jump on it.
Kenzie's big spot is she punches somebody in the stomach.
Yeah, they're trying to drink a Coke. Boom. Kenzie goes,
But I can do tricks. I can do tricks.
I bet you can.
I would like zip line down or something. I'd be fine with that.
Well, go to the schools. Well, the school isn't in Whiting. The Hall of Fame is. I don't know where the mascot schools are.
I don't know. I know the Hall of Fame is in Whiting, but
There's a school.
Oh, you have to. It's serious training, Kenzie.
Yes.
It's hard to become
I
a
thought you
mascot.
just had to be like talented. Like, can you juggle?
No.
Can you jump?
You got
Kenzie,
it.
being a mascot is no laughing matter.
Okay.
No pun intended.
I didn't know you could go to school for it. I know they worked hard. I didn't know you could go to school for it.
It's
You
like a
get a
uni-
degree in mascotting?
You do. It's a special. It's a special school. Like Forrest went to. Almost had to go to. All right. Finally, since I promised you this, this has been unearthed. This has been legend. This audio that The Sopranos made a video after The Sopranos was done in 2010 to try to lure LeBron James to the Knicks. It's been kind of urban legend that this exists. And this happened on a podcast that they found the audio and debuted it for the first time ever. Pablo Torre from ESPN, great guy. And they found it and aired it. So this is actually 30 seconds long. So it's a commercial with Carmela Soprano and Tony, rest in peace, Tony Soprano, James Gandolfini. And they're in the kitchen just like a Sopranos episode. And here's the audio.
Tony, I'm so glad we moved to New York. Life is so much better now.
Yeah, even if we are in the witness protection program.
Now we just gotta find a place for your friend LeBron to live. What's he like?
Well, he's a modern guy, but he respects tradition. You gotta find something magnificent. Something there's nothing in the world like it, one of a kind, like he is.
Well, here's a place. It says it gets really loud there. Take a look.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's gonna be perfect for him.
And it was Madison Square Garden they were looking at.
Oh, that's funny.
It's so funny that they had so many offers to do other Sopranos things after it was over, and they all said, nope, as a unit, we're not doing anything. It's perfect. We're done. No Sopranos movie, no prequel, even though there's been a prequel movie now. They said nothing. And then they did this, like James Gandolfini and Carmela.
Well, when you have a chance to get LeBron, you throw everything at the table.
I
And the
guess.
funny thing is, it didn't work for the Knicks. He went to the Heat instead.
I know. It's terrible.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
Well, here we go. Black Keys tickets on the line. The head and the heart on that show, too, at the United Center, Thursday, November 7th. Our great partners, Live Nation, got these tickets for you. Remember, the new rule, which was the old rule, is that you had to win to get the tickets exactly, okay? Kenzie's very nice. And, you guys tell great stories of who you are. We love talking to you and saying, what are you doing?
It's kind of like American Idol. Everyone comes in with the sad story, and you're like, well, we gotta send them to Hollywood.
Yeah. And that's not the old American Idol when Simon Cowell would say, you should really consider not singing the rest of your life. I love the old American Idol way better than
Okay,
the new
so
one.
Brian is the Simon Cowell of our show.
Facts. You have to
Yeah.
dig on
And
that.
Case is Randy Jackson.
Thank you. What a nice compliment.
Because he laughs with like paper in front of his face and stuff, like Randy used to.
But you
and then
wanna-
I guess that just makes me Paula.
I was going to say, you should be Paula Abdul more. You don't want to. I mean, Katy Perry's fine too, but you'd rather be Paula Abdul probably, right?
I love Paula Abdul.
Yeah, I do too.
She's the best. And that's how I feel every time. Like, I want to give tickets away.
Yeah. So, Case, why don't you say, tell me who's on the phone, dog.
Hey, yo, dog. It's Teddy in Schiller Park.
Dog.
Dog. Teddy's there.
Teddy.
Hey, dog.
Hey, what's up, Teddy?
What's up, dog?
For the rest of the day,
Love
everybody
you
say,
guys. Love the show.
oh, thank you. For the rest of the day, when you call up, say, listen, dogs.
Yeah, just say what's up, dog.
Yeah, what's up, dog?
All right, dog. What up, dog?
Teddy gets it.
Besides that, tell us something about yourself, Teddy. What do you do?
Well, right now I'm a delivery driver for Amazon, but I used to be a DJ, and I've actually been sober. I beat a drug addiction about 2.5 years ago, so I'm proud of that.
Wow, congratulations, man.
Oh,
Thank you.
I want to give him the tickets.
See what happens,
I
Teddy?
didn't do that on purpose. That's it.
Oh, this is horrible for me.
And did you also serve in Vietnam, Teddy? And
Yeah, I lost a leg.
Oh my God.
Medal of Honor winner.
He got Purple Heart.
Yes.
Purple Heart Teddy.
87 guys are alive today because he took 18 rounds carrying them all over the
He
lines.
didn't even play. Like, this is horrible.
All right, Teddy. Well, listen, that is an incredible accomplishment, and having friends that, just not to get too serious, but having people, family and friends that have gone through that, you should be really proud of yourself. That is super, super huge accomplishment.
Okay,
man.
here is what I'm going to do. This is not allowed to give away tickets. I'm going to let him win the coin toss, and he gets to go first.
Okay, no coin toss. Teddy's going
But
first.
let him go first.
All right, that's good. That's
All
fair.
right, awesome. Thank you, Kenzie.
All right.
Love you, Teddy.
All right, Teddy. Question number 1, Teddy. What 2006 film saw Jack Black moonlighting as a luchador?
Nacho Libre.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
Kenzie, how many horns did a triceratops have?
3.
3 horns, triceratops.
There you go.
Teddy, who do the Bulls play in the NBA play-in game tournament tonight?
Oh, man.
I
I
know.
don't watch NBA anymore. I'm going to guess Milwaukee.
It's not Milwaukee. Kenzie, do you know?
Hawks.
It's the Hawks. We mentioned their mascot, the Hawks
Yeah,
tonight.
if you, all the girlies out there, if you want to, meet up a guy who makes some money, forget about the players, go for the Hawk.
Are you trying to say the Hawks players are single and ready to mingle, or not even single but ready to mingle?
Well, I
I'm
think the
saying
Hawks mascot is.
I'm saying hook up with the mascot.
Oh, because he makes
Kind of the dark horse in that scenario.
$625,000 a year.
All the girls are going to be going for the players. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Take the mask off.
Well, it's 2-1, and it's back to Kenzie. She can crush Teddy's dreams here.
Oh boy.
Okay, that sucks.
Kenzie, what's the plural of the word crisis? Plural of the word crisis.
Crises?
Crises is right. Good job. I know, Teddy.
Teddy.
Teddy, name 3 countries that are not in North America. 3 countries.
Poland, Germany, Bulgaria.
Yeah, sure. Those were deep cuts, too.
Not the popular ones.
Good job, Teddy.
All right, 3-2, back to Kenzie.
All right, Kenzie. What is the name of the character that can be used in place of the word and?
Ampersand.
Ampersand is right. I thought that might be the thing that's over the Lowenbrow, the little dots. That's called something else. The amper. Is it?
Wait, what are the dots?
You ever see like the Lowenbrow beer?
No.
Or
no.
Motley Crue?
Okay,
On
I
the
follow.
U's, the 2 dots.
I don't know what those are called.
That's called something else.
What you thought that was what they used instead of an and? Was a U with 2 dots above it?
No, I didn't realize the definition. I thought that was just an ampersand. I thought that's what it was.
No.
I don't know what that's
I almost
called.
said amper and though. So I had to think about it for a second. It's a tongue twister.
All right, 4-2, back to Teddy.
Teddy, which retailer organizes an annual Thanksgiving Day parade in New York City? Which retailer?
Macy's.
Macy's is right. Teddy's got 3, but sadly, this is for the win for Kenzie.
That's right.
Oh, boy. No pressure.
Oh, boy.
God.
Okay.
I love you, Kenzie.
Brian's clearly, look how long it's taking him. This means he's looking for a question he doesn't think I'm going to know the answer to.
Not true at all.
Yes, yeah.
I mean,
He's like, war.
You know Teddy's a Medal of Honor winner, so. All right, this is to Kenzie.
Yes.
In Star Wars, who ran the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs?
You got to be kidding me.
Now, you've seen Star Wars.
Not really.
Oh, I thought you've seen them all.
You knew I hadn't seen Star Wars.
Okay, guess the character in Star Wars.
Princess Leia.
It's not Princess Leia. Teddy
could never do that.
Teddy, do you know?
Hey, she's a woman.
Star Wars, I'm not really that into, but Luke Skywalker, maybe.
Not Luke. Case, what's the answer?
Han Solo.
I
Han
don't even know the
Solo.
words that you said.
I
Han Solo ran
know. I
the Kessel
blacked out
Run.
real early into that question.
Well, we need to have a screening.
We do, in the lounge, maybe.
That's right.
On May 4th.
Yep.
It
I'm
is,
not watching all those movies backwards. It pisses me off.
We'll watch them in order. We'll go
No,
through.
it makes me very angry.
it is 3-4. It is back to Teddy. He needs a point here.
Teddy, who says giggity giggity on Family Guy?
Come on, Quagmire.
Oh,
There
yes.
we go.
Ties it
That
up.
took me a lot longer than it should have.
Yeah. Okay, so this is it now. Next question wins for
That's
either.
right. Tie ball game. Back to Kenzie, though.
Kenzie, who hosted Punk'd on MTV?
Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, crap. Damn
That
it.
was the easy one.
Yeah, I'm sorry I gave her. I tried.
That's all right.
I'm
Fair
sorry.
and square.
Fair and square.
Oh, Teddy!
I know. We'd love to give you the tickets, but we can't, buddy. But hey, man, we appreciate you. And again, that's an amazing accomplishment, my man.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you guys.
We're here for you, man. Take care.
And you can still win by calling back. Everyone can win these.
Yeah, here's what you do. You hang up, and in just 3 minutes after Monoskin, we'll play God Bless the Baby, and everybody listening has a chance at the Black Keys tickets.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
God bless the baby.
That means you call 312-591-8300 right now. Caller 10 is going to the Black Keys because Kenzie won in trivia. You'll see the Head and the Heart at the United Center. That's going to be an awesome show. They're really one of those bands that have gotten better with age. Some bands get worse. Some bands about stay the same. They've gotten better. And the last performance at Q101's Twisted Christmas was unbelievable. And the lounge, you can see all that on Q101's YouTube channel of their lounge performance. But Black Keys, caller 10, you are there. You ever had a bad boss, and what was his name? Check in with us at 312-591-8300. Something went viral on Reddit with some Amazon drivers as they complained about their boss. And they made this they made this character named Wayne, and that it was someone's boss. And because of, I don't know how tough it is. I guess we have a lot of our drivers that listen to the show. I guess being an Amazon delivery driver, sometimes the bosses, I'm not calling out Amazon specifically because I don't work there. I don't know how it works, all the stuff. But impossible to complete package loads. Dispatcher assigns undoable routes. Delivery services, they can be overbearing and unpleasant with how you have to get through everything. That's a lot of, I guess those are some of the complaints of Amazon drivers. And they made this Wayne meme, and it kind of went viral of a boss named Wayne. And every other Amazon driver jumped in with it and used Wayne as the example. They actually deleted it once it got too viral because maybe somebody did have a boss named Wayne and they didn't want to get fired. Yikes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But did you ever, I'm curious on our listeners, after you get through the calls here and try for those Black Keys tickets, you already got our winner actually, so you can change the topic here of, what was your boss, you're the one bad boss you had, what was their name? And Adriana already checked in and said her name was Nikki with an I. But tell us why and what they did.
Do you have one off the top of your head?
Do I have one? Yes, I do. I've worked in radio, except for working at a golf course in high school. I only worked in radio, but this was a golf course guy who, and this is weird because his name was Jimmy John. So it's not related to Jimmy John.
Stop it.
His name was, that's what his name, I don't know if
I worked with this guy named Jimmy John.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was a middle name. He just insisted on being called Jimmy John. But
Okay.
I never saw it written down, but his name was Jimmy John. And I had to clean the bags in the bag rooms. And so if you don't know what that is in a golf course, like a lot of the members will store their clubs there, and then they come in, and if you're a member, you just go, get my clubs, it's installed like 242, or you had to memorize their names eventually. And they had this chart on the wall, and it had all the names and where they were. But you worked there long enough, you've ended up knowing, Mr. Thompson, because he gave me a tip of $5 once. I remembered where his clubs were, went and got him out there. And this guy, Jimmy John, one day said, you guys have gotten entirely too comfortable here in the bag room. I want you to take all 370 bags off the racks and reorganize them. So they were numbered by how the members had come into the club. You just get it, next person comes in, you get the next number, next available
That already
slot.
sounds like pretty good organization.
It sounds like it's fine.
Sounds pretty good.
He wanted us to do it alphabetical for no reason, except he was mad that day. And it actually took weeks to take all the bags off, figure out everybody's name, reorganize them, 370 bags of golf clubs, which are heavy, by the way, and going up and down and rearrange the racks and figure out, Anderson, let's see, or where's Ashley? And it was the worst. I was 16. It was the worst thing ever. I don't know where that guy is today, Jimmy John, but he knows he did it just to...
I think he started a sandwich shop.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Oh, we're talking about bad bosses and what your bad boss was and what they did. Just give us their name. We don't want where you worked because we can't verify your story. You just might have a vendetta. And we don't know that about you. I mean, we trust you and all, but we don't know what you might be saying.
I would have said all the companies.
So just tell us pretty much the person's name and why they were a bad boss. Like Johnny checking in. Johnny, go ahead. Was his name Wayne?
No, his name was Daryl.
Daryl. Okay, got it. And why was Daryl a bad boss?
So I was working at a bar. I'm not going to name the bar's name. But we're working at a bar. We have a big meeting that inventory is high. Things have gone missing. And keep an eye out for people swiping things, possibly, right? Mm-hmm. That very same night, I catch Daryl, the manager, stealing a bottle of Remy Martin VSOP. And then turns around and blames it on me and gets me fired because I caught him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, that's a pretty expensive bottle of booze, right?
It sure was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to drink it.
I mean, not that you lost your job,
Yeah,
but
no kidding.
in general, yeah, it's really a super expensive bottle.
Well, I don't know. Maybe
Drink it.
I didn't even get to drink it. Yeah.
How did you have any course of repercussions to go, he's lying? Anybody to talk to about that or no?
Well, I mean, there was a general manager, brought me in the room, and Daryl was the second boss there to be like the witness. And he's like, well, we caught you stealing a bottle. What do you think about this? And I said, he was stealing the bottle. And Daryl was like, oh, yeah, right. Blame it on me.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
There's no security cameras in this place while people were stealing?
I mean, we're talking 20 years ago. And if I told you the place,
Nope.
you'd be like, oh, I completely understand.
No.
White hen.
I love.
Not white hen. No.
The sandwiches, the white hen were amazing. I miss the white hen. Oh, no, I didn't. My alias was Daryl back then.
Can you imagine being mad at a guy named Daryl? I don't know if I could get into a yelling argument with somebody that I had to call Daryl.
I mean, let's try it. Try to say something. Try to get mad at Daryl.
Damn it, Daryl! I can't do it. It just doesn't sound right.
Oh, my God.
There's something very softening about the name Daryl.
Oh, man.
Okay, what is this name isn't something. So Heather texted in. Can I say this?
Yeah.
She said she had a boss named Dick. Literally, that was his name.
Okay.
And he cheated her out of $283,000.
Okay, we need more of that story. I mean, you can't just say you lost $283,000 and not explain how you got that money cheated out of you.
Wait. So she said that she can't. We tried to get her to call, but she said we were business partners, and he had business debt when she joined, and he was supposed to pay it off after he retired, but he left her with the debt as the sole owner, and lawyers said the amount that it would have cost to fight him and prove all of it.
Yeah,
it's like she would have just lost even more money. So he basically found a way to pawn off his debt, like get a joint partner, and then backed out and didn't pay off his debt with retirement.
That's a pretty smart move.
And crafty.
God.
Crafty Dick,
How do people like that sleep at night, really? Like, he did something in his eyes.
I mean, peacefully. He didn't even have any debt anymore. He's probably not even stressed about anything.
I can't sleep. I have a ton of debt.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Talking about bad bosses and then what they did. So just give us their name. We don't want the location or the restaurant it seems like a lot of restaurant people checking in, but we don't want any of that. Where you worked, just their name and what they did to be bad. And Kenzie, you had a lot of jobs.
And once I was a waitress, and one of the GMs was named Michael. And at that point in my life, I was in school full-time, like in college, and I was a full-time intern, and I was a full-time waitress. So I was doing like 40 hours. It was a lot, okay? And I was just so overly exhausted and didn't get a chance to eat. During my waitressing shift at lunch, I fainted on the floor. I passed out.
Oh, my God.
I woke up on that same floor in the same spot probably about 30 minutes later because he left me on the floor because the restaurant was busy and literally stepped over me and started like waiting on my tables. They didn't call anybody. They left me on the floor because they were busy.
Wow.
And he was mad at me when I got up. He goes, way to faint right in the middle of lunch rush.
Oh, my God.
He was mad about it.
He, for those sports people out there, he AI'd you. He, Allen Iverson'd you, did the big step over you and just kept roaming.
It was horrible.
Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't sue or anything, did you?
No, I should have, looking back. What a missed opportunity in my life.
It was a non-sue culture back then. You can't go backwards.
I was actually worried about my waitressing job. I'm an idiot.
Like, oh, my God.
Oh, no, I can't lose this.
I must deliver these mott sticks or crawling on the floor and like beer and cigarettes.
Oh, God.
Oh,
horrible.
Boy. Well, we're glad you got out of that.
Thanks.
No trauma since then. Brittany's checking in from LaGrange. Brittany, what's going on?
Well, it's really hard to top that, but my boss's name is Brad, of course.
Brad.
I know. It's such a bad boss name, but...
what's that commercial before you continue? It's the insurance commercial, like, we hate you, Brad, or whatever.
I don't know.
Remember, it ran a lot like last year about using the name Brad. Anyway,
it's an insurance commercial?
I think it's insurance.
I'll see what I can find.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that guy, but yeah, he just has very unrealistic expectations for us. We have no work-life balance, and the craziest thing he does is he makes us log our work activity every 15 minutes.
What?
Yeah, that's annoying. It's so living in a world of no trust and...
Yes, micromanagement. Oh,
yeah.
I'd be so fired if I have to log what I did every 15 minutes.
I know. I hope
Whoa.
because,
Kenzie, what does your last 15 minutes look like?
I went and got a brownie. Cafeteria.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.